Hey everybody, welcome back to Trinity Dairy. Don't forget to like and share the video, subscribe to the channel, check out our merch store. We'll have a link in the description for that. You can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Today we're going to work on planting some more corn. I still have the 1256 on the planter. That's been working really good, so I've just left it on there. I actually like it with the duals on there. It's just kind of a smoother ride and pushes down some of the clumps and rocks and everything. So I think I'm just going to keep going with that tractor. I also want to ask for and say that we're praying for everybody that's dealing with drought. I know there's a lot of drought going on all over the place, and kind of the same thing here. We're getting pretty dry. So I want to just offer up prayers for everybody that's dealing with that. And I do have to say I am really surprised, really blessed that as I've been doing, like the last corn I planted and some of the tillage I've been doing, I am turning up some pretty good moisture in the soil yet. I think it's just because we had so much snow last winter with the ground not being frozen. It's got a pretty good reserve there. So I'm hoping that helps us out, and hopefully some other people maybe have something similar to that going on to help them get through it anyway. Another thing I wanted to do is give the amount of the gallons out of the manure pump, or out of the manure pit that we pumped. I'll give the total for that. It was 189,004 gallons. So there, you got that, and see how many of you got that close. All right, let's get to planting. All right, we got the planting rig up here in the cornfield. You can see over there the oats, as dry as it is, they sure seem to be holding good color yet, so I am thankful for that, that's for sure. Got the planter here. I had to, when we planted the last time, this fertilizer auger, there's an auger that runs along the bottom of these hoppers and brings the fertilizer out to these tubes to go down to the row. Well, this shaft had snapped off here, and I think what's happening, there's a housing inside here that holds these tubes, and I think they're getting rusty enough that they're raising up a little, so this shaft is not lining up with this one. There's a pipe coupler here, so it was putting too much stress on this and it broke it off. Well, in order to get finished that day when I was going on getting them fields done, a friend of mine had another spare auger, so I went and got that, and then me and Paul, we rigged up, this is a quite a bit bigger diameter coupler, bigger diameter pipe, so it has more play there, and I finished planting with that and it seemed to work fine. So what I did now though, the auger that's in there is the one that broke. I took it and welded it together. Hopefully my weld holds. If not, I'll have to stick the other one back in, but I wanted the original one, because it's a different rate. The one I got from him was a different rate than what I had, so I wanted to get that back in there, and hopefully that'll work. I also did this on each end. I put this little wire on here that'll turn, and I can see that from the cab, so I know that they're turning all the way through. Because when that broke, the shaft, you could see everything was turning, but it was broken inside the box. So this way I can see the outsides anyway. So we'll see how that works. What I'm gonna have to do once we're done this year, I'm gonna have to pull these boxes apart, pull them housings out, and clean that up and see if I can get them to sit back down lower. But it's kind of go time right now, so I don't have time to do that, tear into all that. So hopefully this will work, but we'll get planting and see how it goes. everybody, welcome back. It's the next day now. You can see I have a sweatshirt on. We're getting kind of a breeze off of Lake Superior, so it's cooled down quite a bit. We did get some rain. We got about 1/1600ths of an inch, which isn't a lot, but it sure made a big difference out here. Planting today, I got no dust. Moisture's, you know, penetrated good in the soil. It's still cloudy, so it's not drying out right away. So we're definitely getting the most out of it. And I do have to say that when I was planting yesterday, the marker arm was kicking up. I couldn't believe the moisture it was kicking up yet. So that was nice to see, because with the heat and the wind we've had, I didn't figure there'd be anything coming up, but there was. So there's always blessings to look for. Another thing I'll show you as long as I'm here, our oat crop is looking really nice. I actually couldn't believe how well that stayed through that dry stuff. I figured it would have been turning brown, but it's been holding its own really good. I need to get it sprayed yet. I'm getting a lot of lamb's quarter in here and some of that stuff. I didn't want to spray it with it being dry, because you can, if it's too dry stress, you can hurt the oats. But hopefully with this rain, and maybe there's another chance, a little bit of chance of rain, I think, coming this weekend or next week or something like that. So I think it'd be good enough to get them sprayed now. But anyway, we're back planting corn. I had to, I'd mentioned earlier that I had to repair that fertilizer auger. I welded it and it broke again on me yesterday. So I took it back out, I welded it again, but I think my initial problem, I don't think I had the welder hot enough. I don't think it penetrated into the steel very well. So I ground it down deeper into the shaft, and I welded it up a little bit hotter. Seems to be working, so we'll see how that holds out. But one thing I did is I put these little wires on here, sticking off the end of this, so you can see them turning from the cab, and that is really nice, because when that broke yesterday, I noticed that right away and was able to stop and get it fixed. So that definitely the helpful hint for the day. So anyway, we'll get back to planting and get some video. unit is still up here in the cornfield I've been planting. We're by the 1066 now. Got a new tire on it. This beast here, it's a BKT. And actually, we had a little bit of a mix-up on it when I ordered this. The guy I ordered it from, he had just ordered some radial tires for another person, and he thought I had said radial also. So he had ordered a radial, and we got it put on here. And then as he was putting it on, he noticed that the other ones weren't radial, and we noticed there was a mix-up. So he asked what I wanted to do, and I said, well, we might as well just keep it on there. I talked to my mechanic, and he said, because the other side doesn't have a radial, he said that's not going to hurt anything. He said the only thing you might notice is if you don't have the duals on, you're going down the road at a higher speed, you might want to pull a little bit. He said it could cause trouble if this had like a diff lock or posi rear end, but it doesn't, so I don't have to worry about that. And then whenever we do the tire on the other side, we'll just go with another radial. But it's a pretty meaty looking tire, so we should have this one back in action now, so we can keep on farming.
What are we doing? What's Dad doing?
You want to see if Sissy can do it?
He's so nonchalant.
What are you doing, Dad?
Cheater mode.
It's not in cheater mode.
Yeah, you're like way taller. Okay, let her rip.
Watch your braces.
Can I try?
Okay, I'll put it down low here for you.